so bright outside. Give it a minute. Hope everyone's doing well. This is better. Hi. While we wait for a couple of people, hi Lori. I will have, let's turn around so you can take a look at something other than me. Today we are on the rooftop of the City Museum. How are you doing, Lori? I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. Over here. Yeah, for those of you just joining us, we're on the rooftop of the City Museum. It is not open to the public yet, but I thought we could take a look around and tell you where some of the things came from. Lion guy. Yeah, so are you still at home, Lori? There's Ben. Alright. Well, okay, here. Hi. We'll do that. I'm Maria Castley. I'm the Chief Archivist and Tours Manager at City Museum. This is Musings, Stephanie and Maria. You just get me today. We're going to take a little look. Today's like from the archives Friday technically, but we're just going to kind of take a look around the roof since it's so nice outside, even though it is extremely bright. And I'm going to talk about where some of these pieces came from. Hi, Noah. Yeah, the roof opened in 2009, and it is typically only open during the summer months. But this year, we do not have the roof. We're taking this time to work on some projects, some like maintenance projects and construction projects. So. But it doesn't look like it normally does. But yeah, so we will start. So this is the rooftop. This is the school bus from Roxana School District. The roof, opened in 2009. So until 2009, people were not able to get up here. And they were not able to get to the school bus. Normally, when we're open all the way, you can go up the stairs and you can go into the school bus. The school bus is one of those things that they had rented a crane that day, and we had somehow acquired the school bus. I think it was either donated or Bob got it. Bob Castley got it like from an auction or something. And they're like, oh, well, hey, we have the crane. Why don't we just throw it up on the roof? Which they were originally going to have hydraulics on it, which was like a little much even for us. They decided against that, which is probably wise. There is a video, if you look back in some of our old posts, of the bus coming up to the top of when they had the crane. Somebody actually filmed it that day, which is awesome. I'm going to link to that in the comments. So, yeah, right now, it doesn't look super pretty, but they're working on the rooftop pond. They pulled up all the old like sealants for it, so they're going to reseal the pond. So usually there's a seal of stepping stones lined around the side, if you can walk through that. But let's head under the dome. So this is the outside of the dome, the white part up there. We'll go underneath it. Hello. So, it might be a little hard to hear me, so yell at me if you can't hear me. This is the underside of the dome. We've had a few bands up here, had a couple performances. There was a rope hanging from there that you could swing from, which they've since has disappeared. The Planetarium Dome Oh, hi, Joe. The Planetarium Dome, it was from the planetarium, the St. Louis Science Center. When they were remodeling it, it was demolished in 2000. Yeah, in 2000. And so Bob went and salvaged the framework for the planetarium. If you were in St. Louis in the 1970s, they had a lot of like the super trippy music. I think it was at the Laserium, the laser shows in St. Louis. So we ended up getting the framework for it, which are these metal parts you see here. And then the crew added a fiberglass cover around the outside to kind of make it look like an iron, like gave it like a patina. You can, I am not going to, but you can take these stairs up here and climb all the way to the top of it. And then that'll let you up off on the top of the dome. So yeah, we'll go back the way we came. Got a lot of construction going on up here, as always. Yeah, and too, if you guys have any questions, I can try to answer them. Just go ahead and leave them in the comments. This is one of the casually sculptured animals. This is really cool. These are escalator stairs. They're fucking in there. And we will head up. This is a slide that they put in fairly recently, within the last couple summers. It goes up to those water towers. The water towers are not fall. The water towers are original to the building. They were in pretty sad shape when the building was bought in the early 90s, but they've been painted red and they got spruced up a bit. Let's see. There's another view down into the dome floor. I'm hurrying, I promise. So, this is our rooftop Ferris wheel. This was the Big Eli Ferris wheel. I believe that company is still in business. It's from the 1940s. There's some discussion how we got it. We ended up with it from a circus. Circus sold it to us. I don't know if it was sought out or if somebody just drove up with it to the parking lot and Bob was like, sure, we'll take the Ferris wheel, which seems equally likely. Hi, Mark. The Ferris wheel actually started out on, they would take it, disassemble it and reassemble it on the parking lot out in front before Monstro was as big as it is now. And then they eventually moved it up to the roof where it has a permanent home. I know, I can't wait either, Lori. I rode that when I got married here many years ago. That might have been the last time, actually. Ridden it many times before that, though. Now we're walking up the outside of the Planetarium Dome, and then this is the fiberglass cover I was telling you about. A lot of structural work going on the sides. And then we also have two whales that hang out there too. Yeah, see, that seemed right. Mark Andresa confirmed that, yeah, they just drove up with a Ferris wheel, and Bob's like, sure, yeah, we can take a Ferris wheel. This is Mantis. So the Mantis was originally not wanting it. They kind of decided against the project, and it was supposed to be a whole lot smaller than it is. And Bob ended up making it, I mean, I'm 6 feet, so this thing, I'm almost 6 feet, so this thing's got to be over 7 feet tall. So it first lived on the Castling on Lafayette and Jefferson. They took it, and then it ended up getting moved back. He walked in. It's a little windy outside. And then speaking of wind, there was a big windstorm, and it came through and damaged the Mantis a little bit off the awning, so then they ended up moving it up to the rooftop. And we've had good luck with it up here since then. Alright, we'll head back to the water towers. This is the outside of the elevator shaft that they extended to go up to the rooftop. And I believe they told me anyways, they're cast bronze figures. And there's a grill, sure. Yeah, I think with the Ferris Wheel and the Mantis and everything, sometimes these get overlooked, but I think they're just gorgeous. Yeah, so that may conclude the rooftop tour, unless anyone has any questions. Get a little view of downtown. People in the pool. That building that's across the way, that was originally owned by the City Museum. They ended up selling that building. It's now the last hotel. That was the building on Washington, which is in front of ours. That was the International Shoe, their offices and stuff like that. And then they built this building in the 1930s to be their factory shipment center, warehouse, I should say. So, yeah. I'll leave you guys on the little whales over here, the mama and baby whale. So you can't get to these guys, but... And I just noticed that it says the Disney store. I have no idea why, but that makes me pretty happy. Alright. Well, thank you guys so much for joining. This was a little look at the rooftop. It's not open to the public right now, but so we're working on doing some construction projects and a maintenance project. I am Maria Cashley, the archivist. We're gonna keep working and keep making it good. We're open, so come see us. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Have a really good weekend. Oh, Jim, hi. Thanks. I like it too. Yeah, have a good weekend. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves and each other. And we'll talk to you soon. All right, thanks. Bye.